everyone. Thank you to Get Fresh Books for publishing my first anthology that I edited. And thank you for the invitation to be here today. I'm gonna read, this is a poetry anthology and guided journal, and so I'm gonna read a few poems from the poets who are in the collection. So this first poem is from Kim D. Brandon, and it's called For Baby Suggs, May I Laugh Too. There was before, and now there is only this right here. I was somebody's somebody once. Always before I know it, a feeling so strong come on me. Like they're gonna call me by my name, and I'm gonna whip around and remember, see them, remembering me, remembering a place, remembering a time, remembering a smell, a full stomach, a soft mat on the floor. I'm gonna remember all that came in the before, being stolen, ripped apart, left for dead. Oops. So when Baby Suggs says, for us women to weep, I was already weeping, low like, deeper than all that wailing. That morning, I wished somehow, she says, for us women to laugh, loud, laugh until my belly shook like blueberry jam. 'Cause I got me this feeling, see, I got me this feeling laughing might sound like my name. And if I heard my name, maybe I would remember the before, who I belonged to once, when I belonged to a mama or somebody special. So that was from this first section called Sermons. The next section is called Spells, and this is from Black Cowie. It's called Enter the Circle. You see a ring of salt. We say this, the ocean that holds our ancestors, between no more home and never will be home. So much more suitable than the hulls of ships stealing our bones. You will be safe here. Ocean is the only place left unchained. Its wildness holds our freedom. It will protect you. You see a pentagram, a pentacle, a star encircled by sun. We say, this a tribute to the open, toothy grins of sharks who swallow our bodies whole when tossed to them like chum, toothy like your grinning pals, toothy with promises they swear can only be found in the core of their bellies. It reminds us to seek earth, to seek grounding. It reminds us when we seek to reach for currency in these currents instead of each other, choosing to chase shiny coins and loose change, tossed into concrete fountains, purporting to hold our dreams. The only wishes granted churn you in their guts, incarcerate you in their ribs. They gulp you very blood. It reminds us, placing pyramid schemes above the value of one's soul, only entombs us all in the end. Humbly now you ask, are those moon crescents opposite each other, slivers in mirror? We say, you are indeed growing wiser. This mama moon who greets us when we swim by night to unsafe shores as Orisha tease tides as we gulp for air, mama moon gentles them for our passage, encircling our earthen selves against scorches of sun, holding the vast immensity of hearts true in her cups, when oceans too flimsy to carry our joy, our dreams, our memories, our love, and their betrayals into this cup. You can pour your question. The other will pour out your answer. Focus your mind while opening it, for that is the only way one can hold the pattern of the eternal present in this human life. Discombobulated assumption shuffled, you become worried at the sight of swords and see blades long with lethality. We say, shh, focus your mind. For far-reaching dreams to reach, they must be carried by air. Don't you remember the feathered spears whose pierces fed you? Arrows protecting your villages, your homes, your beloveds against the insistence of other arrows, bleeding you to the bone if you ignored their power. Mesmerized by their winking glints, flying like birds on the wind in the rancid air, focus your mind, lest it kills you, for it always better to be on the edge of the machete than the other. Ah, you ask, is this magic? We say, reach out with your left hand and cut the deck from the right to the left, for that is truly the righteous direction. We will take this pile of whispers, one portion at a time, always moving our expectations, our hopes, our fears, our visions to the left, to reorganize again. Our warmth, our love, our unquenchable starlight shall be ready to receive, having learned the folly of our arrogance, of our traitorous beliefs, that we can direct the universe, that we can chain nature to our will instead of just ourselves to each other. We shall glow melanin with wisdoms, harmonious with life's flickering dance, if only for these brief moments of flesh, before we are returned to the eternal ether, free of the confines of limitation, yet still humming with the memory of beauty. Carefully, lessons are laid, spread in the sacred geometries before us, as resins clear the air of smoke that truly obscures, that incense. We honor all of the elements, liberations that cannot be contained, breathing in arcs of their design, each a concentrated sliver of tree, painted and blessed and teeming with epic quests, every color, every line filled with symbology, only a true artist can render. Heroes, journeys, tenting principles, universal like the first tales taught us. If you try to quench fire, your body will burn, for freedom must dance earth on open palms. Hold cups steady as you walk with them, for you might waste what could have nourished instead of making a mess of your flow. Point knives away from you, but face them when passing to another with animosity. Careful how you wave that wand. Allah, we must access power, express desires, act on dreams. Careful you don't poke another's eye out, nor your own. Wands are intended to transcend, not blind. And remember your values. Carry them close, store them in your soul. They hold major arcs which bend far less frequently than nature. Pay attention to constructs, parting heritage that are found there, and coming legacies. Cultures may shift with every reviewing, yet they are simply transient, deeply rooted, they evolve. More slowly, perhaps, but they evolve. Interpretation mirrors growth. Our mindful experiences, our epiphanies, our enlightenments are only as rooted as you or me. Learn to evolve, not at the pace of wind dancing with flame, nor crashing waves, tides turning like ground beneath our feet, but at the pace of galaxies. So this next section is letters. And this poem is Finding My Way by Leconte Dill. She is warm, wide, and long. She laughs and she lingers. Gwendolyn Brooks, my grandmother is waiting for me to come home. I go back to her birthplace. She left there long ago. Left us long ago. She is from winding red clay roads and warm greetings, and who your people is, and wide porches, and I wander, look for clues. I long, I wonder about her mother and who my people is. She is unmappable, was unflappable. Her laughs still visit me, and I listen, think she's magic, hope she lingers. Am I good on time? So I'll read one last poem. And this one is actually my poem. It's called Taboo Women. No time for the boys who predate with their eyes, chase us around to put rings on our fingers. What we want is the entire embrace of history's memory around us. Not the placid prison of kinship, not the hours spent in front of a stove reflecting the bitterness of kale. Our destiny is not the dowry for the richness of others' lives. We will hold back the treasures for ourselves and lock them from the boys who treat us as nothing more than a bed pot to throw their desires into and to throw ours away. This is for the Black women whose womanhood is always a question. This is for the Black dahlias whose bodies are ripped apart and smiles are demanded. Hand us back our voices instead, the mysteries of our bodies. We will take account the stories of our times. We will remember and speak our truths, even with the knife of silence threatened at our throats, even with the bullet ready to pierce the spine of the lost Bible of our heretical emotions. They are not enough to cure the appetite of women whose names were hung, whose names were drowned everywhere. We will pick their names and fill our bodies with their flow. We will make sacred spaces where we were told not to go. We are no longer afraid to go. Thank you.